There were several occasions while I was in prison that I could have been hurt, could have died. I've been food poisoned. I've been cut in the face. I've been stabbed. I've been hit with bricks, pipes. Where I was booked in and arraigned for 3 counts of armed robbery, 2 counts of kidnapping, 2 counts of sexual battery, 1 count of attempt robbery, 1 count of aggravated battery with deadly weapon, and 1 count of armed burglary. There's no amount of money would ever give me back all my 20s, all my 30s, and half of my 40s I spent in prison.
I'm Maria Henderson, and I am on the board of directors of the Florida Bar Foundation. I've been serving in that capacity since 2004. Primary grantees for the foundation are the legal services organizations throughout the state, and they provide civil legal services for those people. The Innocence Project is a grantee who receives funding from the foundation. Specifically, the goal that I think this one fits with is in the reform of the justice system. Of course, the Innocence Project was started because of the opportunity with new DNA analysis to identify individuals who may have been incarcerated without fully understanding whether or not they should have been.
Well, the Innocence Project of Florida is a small nonprofit organization here in Florida. We do indigent criminal defense work, finding and freeing innocent people in Florida prisons. We use DNA testing to do that.
I come in 2 days a week and go through case files. Right now I'm working on a project where in Brevard County we're going through a certain expert witness who may or may not have had some questionable practices, and we're trying to see whether we can determine whether or not the prosecutors should have known what was going on.
There's still an ongoing need because there are a number of people who are asking for their case to be reviewed and reevaluated with new DNA testing. So we have continued to issue grants to the Innocence Project of Florida to allow them to continue that work.
The great thing about the Florida Bar Foundation is they really have a commitment to issues like justice in general and access to the courts, and certainly having justice and access to the courts for people who can't afford representation. When they heard about what we're trying to do, which is get innocent people out of prison, it was a no-brainer that they wanted to help us do that. There's been, since 2001, there's been 10 men who have been proven innocent through the use of post-conviction DNA testing. And we, for the ones that are around still, we pretty much help all of them.
On staff, they got an exonerate emergency fund and stuff like that. They got a lot of philanthropists, people like Dr. Scott Plants out of St. Petersburg, Florida, who gives me free medical care if I ever need it for the rest of my life. He gave me a car that I drive right now.
For us, I think the future holds working more with the state to try to remedy the wrongs and make them right, but also just being a leader on some of these issues, and it's just an exciting time.
We think it's a great organization. We're proud of the work that we do, and as I said earlier, I wish we could do the same service for everybody who has the need, but we'll continue toward that goal.
I stand in the gap for them. I truly believe in people, because had I not believed in people, I would have been given up. And if I'd have been given up, I would have never actually wrote that letter to New York or anywhere else, and then had the pleasure of meeting David and Sam and Jeff Walsh. And I've never been sitting here talking to you.